Hey, you guys are actually here. Thanks for taking a few minutes out and watching this video. And yes, I know I'm probably going to get made fun of for this shirt, but that's okay. I decided to wear it anyway. Well, guys, I hope y'all know I truly believe that you guys are the best of the best. I don't think there's a single other leadership team on the campus that is as strong as you, and you can ask anyone on staff. I say that about you guys all the time, and so I truly believe that you guys are the best of the best. And man, I'm just honored to be on this team with you guys, and it's so much fun doing this together. But we have so much like exciting things coming up in April and even into May. But before I even get to that, you know, none of it matters if we don't get people here. If we don't do everything that it takes, everything that's in our power to lead and to get people here, none of it matters. Like, we can have the most fun nights ever. We can have all this hype. We can do all these fun things, but none of it matters. So we have got to do whatever it takes to run the play and to get people here. And so that's where we come in. That's why I talked about it in our last leadership team meeting when we're together, guys. I need 10 weeks. I need 10 weeks where you guys are running, where honestly we're all running together. And man, we have 7 weeks left. And so the question is for you, this is a question just for you to answer, is are you running? So only you can answer that. But man, we've got to do everything in our power to get there. And then I promise you, we are going to rest this summer. It's going to be great, but we got 7 weeks left. So with that being said, we have something big coming up tomorrow. We have Jersey night, and we also have a cool dunk contest. So with our Jersey night, man, just encourage your leaders to participate. I'm going to participate. For your community leaders, tell your leaders to have your students participate, because that's how it just gets more fun when everybody wears their stuff. And then we're gonna have a super cool dunk contest and create a moment for the participants. I'm only allowing guys to play, and that's gonna help with that guy versus girl balance. Hopefully we're having the guys to invite all their friends, and hopefully that when we separate guys and girls, it's not that much of a disparity anymore, because we need some guys. So man, I hope we're praying for that as well. But tomorrow, that should be super fun. In 2 weeks, we're actually going to do communion at Switch. We've never done this before, as far as I know, and just imagine what it's like for a student for the very first time ever to take communion, or to understand what communion really is, and they take it in for the first time and they realize what Jesus has done for them, and they remember their salvation, and something just sparks inside of them. That's going to be so amazing, and I can't wait for that moment. And then also, we're doing Meet Your Small Group Leader Night, which you guys are aware of. We've already been talking about that today in Group Me. But we just, as we think about these things coming up, what should be in the forefront of our minds is, what is the most important thing? And that's why I ask you guys, hey, tell your leader, whoever your team lead is, and for you coaches, you guys are telling me, what is the most important thing that I am doing this week to build Switch attendance? And also the accountability part is, did I do the thing that I said I was going to do last week? And so please, let's make sure we're communicating on this, because that's the play that's going to help all of us stay accountable to know, are we doing everything in our power to reach students? Because I believe that's what God has called us to do. And again, it is going to take some effort, but please believe me that it is going to be 7 weeks of running, and we will rest this summer. So just make sure that you guys are getting with your team leaders, coaches, you guys are getting with me and answering those questions. So for tomorrow, what's the most important thing? The most important thing is actually making sure that we get those invites into parents' hands somehow, and that those parents actually register, that we get them full circle. Because like I said earlier, the dichotomy of youth ministry, if we want to reach students, we have to reach families. If we want to reach families, we have to reach the students, and it goes both ways. And people are going to rejoice in heaven when we get there one day, and we get to see all the amazing impact that we get to have. But it starts with our leadership and making sure that people get there. That's the most important thing. Also, we're going to send invites out the door. We are going to lead students to invite their friends, bring people here the following week for communion, because we're going to we'll be impactful, we'll be strategic with the way that we present it, but we want students to be there, and then that way we can connect them with the Easter services that weekend. And then the following week, we're going to do Color War. Color War is going to be a blast. I'll get more details out to you guys, social media images, all that stuff. But in the meantime, let's make sure that we're anticipating what is the most important thing that I'm focusing on. What am I doing outside of Switch? And again, I'm not asking for just hours and hours or all this extra time. I'm just asking for us to, is there intentionality behind it? Are we thinking about, are we leveraging the influence that God has given you? Because every seat that you sit in, you have a tremendous amount of influence, more than you might even know. And what are you doing with that influence? How are you using it to reach more people, more students for Christ? So be anticipating those things and think about what is the most important thing. Also be reporting what is the most important thing that you are doing this week to build student attendance, and that you are reaching back out and telling that to your team lead. So be thinking about these things. And guys, man, I hope y'all join me in just getting on your faces before God and just praying for, thanking Him for what He's already done, praying for just more, and just asking Him to be in all the details, because again, without Him, we're toast. So I hope that we're praying. I hope that we're doing our part, because God is always going to do His. So I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. I'm sorry I went a little long here, but until tomorrow, remember, whoever finds God finds life.